Hello, and welcome to the first in my series of what I hope will be many online tutorials on using a computer. Since my tutorials are available online, I think that I should first teach users how to effectively use the internet. Before using the internet, make sure that your computer is protected. There are innumerable threats to your computer lurking on the internet, including viruses, worms, and Trojans. Forget any preconceived notions about Trojans being a form of protection. Here, they are your enemy. Download a highly rated antivirus program like Bitdefender Antivirus, and make sure your virus definitions are up to date. But the best way to protect against internet meanies is with an intimidating desktop background like this. This is what techno junkies mean when they talk about a firewall. So, the first step to accessing the internet is opening your internet browser. It's called Firefox, and it should be on your desktop underneath Bitdefender Antivirus and above Chemistry Homework. Let's click on that icon. If for some reason you don't see Firefox on your desktop, call your computer manufacturer and alert them of the defect. Depending on your warranty, you may be able to receive a replacement. When your internet browser opens up, you will see a page called Google. If not, you may have to defrag your registry. So, if you want to find some information on Google, it's best to put everything in quotation marks. That way, Google will know that it's you typing. There are literally hundreds of sites on the web, so you'd be surprised how often you can find what you are looking for. Let's say we want to know how much a bird weighs. We'll type into Google, how much does a bird weigh? We'll also want to include, in quotation marks, the answer is, so that Google knows we want to find a web page that contains the answer. Well, it looks like Google came back with 0 responses. Don't be discouraged. There isn't enough room on the net for everything, but there is still a lot of other cool stuff. The number one rule when using a web browser is never type stuff into the address bar. That's this up here. It's there for computer geniuses and web developers. If you type in the wrong stuff, it can seriously mess up your computer, and then you'll have to defrag your registry. It's always better to click on the buttons that are here on your web browser. These sites have been picked out by people who make computers because they are the best ones. Now we're going to talk about sending email. In order to send an email, you will have to sign up for a free email service like MSN Hotmail. Since I already have an email account, I'm going to log in by entering my username and password into the box over here. When picking a username, make sure to choose something that accurately describes you, because your username will also be your email address. An email address is just like a phone number, except it's made with letters and harder to remember. My username is 5760 Widegate Road 99427, apartment 340B at hotmail.com. I chose this email address for 3 reasons. It's descriptive, because it says exactly where I live. It's unique. I don't currently have a girlfriend, so no one else has the same address as me. And it's brief and to the point. My password is Nudnik, because it's the name of my pet cat. This is a good password because A, most people don't know I have a cat, and B, it makes me smile when I type it in. Remember, don't share your password with anyone. First, let's check and see if I have any new messages by clicking here on my inbox. But watch out, sometimes internet sexual predators and Nigerian businessmen can get a hold of your email address and send you solicitous emails. Don't ever open junk mail, because opening junk mail begets more junk mail. If you are unsure whether or not an email is junk, do not open it unless you have won a prize or the spammer knows who you have a crush on. Now that we've logged in, it's time to start writing an email. Let's say I want to write a message to my friend Calvin. I'll just click on New Message. First, I call Calvin on his phone to get his email address so I can type it in where it says to. Now I'm ready to start composing an email. Here's where I have to pause for a moment to talk about something called netiquette or net etiquette. Net is, of course, short for World Wide Web, and etiquette is an acronym for Electrotechnical Interchange Query used effectively to transcend embarrassment. Just like in real life, the internet has a set of little rules that make using email more pleasant for everyone. In real life, we say please and thank you. On the internet, you don't have to say please and thank you and hello and goodbye. Instead, we end our messages with fun little signatures which we attach automatically to the end of our emails. Signatures should be short and sweet and make the readers smile. Remember, not only friends and relatives will be reading your signature, but also business associates. Mine reads, "Liberals will burn in hell." That concludes my tutorial on using the internet. Happy browsing!